madness right back on the burning bridges and which ones to burn and cross. I cross right now is trusting ourselves.
I could tell by your smile you hadn't been with a good girl like me in a while. Yeah, you were impressed. Couldn't leave me.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to A Woman's Empire. What I actually wanted to ask you is we are in this madness right now, and I just wanted to have a closer look on everyone's lives and how everyone's lives are influenced in the moment. And I'm sure that this will resonate one way or the other with a lot of people, but it's just I feel like a lot of people are in a place that they just think, when is this all gonna end? Like, whether this is personal, this shouldn't have anything to do with what's going on in the world right now, but just personally, I think a lot of people are dealing with a lot of things that they would have never thought they would be dealing with, at least not in this life. Yet we are, and it's all so new, and we all need to find our ways in how to deal with all of these things. And what was very resonating with me in the last weeks is that you get one challenge after the other, and you have to find new ways in how to deal with them. And how do we do that? Like, how do we know which choices to make? How do we know what we or who we or on which situation to rely on when there are things going on in our lives that have never happened before, or that we have never had experience before? So if I look in my own situation, for example, it doesn't matter whether that is in your relationships, or whether that is in your business, or you have financial distress, or you are coping with something about your children, or you are lacking some things that you just desperately want to see change in, but you just feel like nothing is happening, or something is happening, but every time something good happens, it's like one step ahead and you take like three backwards again. So what I can advise you all to do in this situation, and when you face these challenges, because what is actually going on is that we are actually changing a paradigm that we have been thinking or experiencing for a long time, and which we adapted as to be true, which now is shown that it's not. So if we try to force things, and if we try to tap into the knowledge or into the experiences that we had before, we're probably not doing the right thing that we are asked to do right now. And what could make it a little bit easier is to just take a step back and let it all go and have a good laugh about it. But regarding the situation, this is not always easy, because it can be very heavy, and it can feel very scary as well to let go of all these old patterns and all these old limiting beliefs. Yet we are forced to let them go, all of them. And we are forced into tapping in new ways that are actually much more aligned with who we are, that are much more resonating with who we are actually ought to be in this world. And it feels scary, because this is not what we are used to in what brought us to where we are right now. But it is, on the other hand, it is exactly what is needed to go where we're headed. So in order to come back on the burning bridges and which ones to burn and which ones to cross, I believe that the only bridge we can cross right now is trusting ourselves and trusting what we feel with our heart, rather than rationalizing it, and rather than trying to use our rational minds to explain things, to use logical ways that we did before in order to gain clarity. I believe that when we want clarity, we need to ask for it. When we want to have certain things in our lives sorted, we sort it ourselves. And we do this not with our rational minds, but with believing and with having faith that whatever resonates with us and whatever doesn't go against our feelings, that is exactly what will come into our experience. And we step into a more of a receiving mode rather than an active mode where we go and chase things. Because in my experience right now, the more I try to chase things and the more I try to force things, which are either brought on me because of pressure from the outside world, or pressure from certain people, or pressure because of certain circumstances that need to change right now, I tap into my own faith and I rely on myself that the things that I have set for myself to take into this new world are the things that only make sense to me, and that these things, whether they take time now, I will have to expand time for myself, and I will have to deal and accept the delays and not go back and hold on to old things that might seem as a quick fix or as a moment or an escape or a moment of relief or a moment to just like hold on to something that is not serving me anymore. I do not do that. I am not available to that anymore. And that's the bridge that I cross right now. I cross the bridge in having faith, and I burn the bridge in which I hold on to old behaviors, old patterns, and old things that I did in my past. And this can be for everyone in a different area of their lives. This can be as well in many areas of your life, but it doesn't matter in which area it is. What is the most important is that you decide for yourself, that you follow what you feel, regardless of the pressure you have, regardless of the bills you have to pay, regardless of how your business needs you right now, regardless of how your partner needs you right now, regardless of how your kids are responding. It doesn't matter. It is now all about you and about the new choices that you are willing to take or willing to make in order to change your life. And the easier you let, or the faster you let go of that pressure that you think you need to act on, or that you think you need to implement in your life right now, but don't feel really good in your gut or in your heart, the sooner you let go of them, the sooner you burn those bridges and don't look back, the sooner you will get whatever it is that you need right now and that you will need in the future as well. So the only thing that I can recommend all of you is to just take a moment and tap in to your gut feeling. Take a few deep breaths if that's what's needed, and just feel whatever it is that you need. And if you cannot find a way, or there's nothing coming up, then that's fine as well. You just let it go and you just sit with that feeling in not knowing, because not knowing is the best way. Because when you don't know what is going to happen or how you need to act or how you need to respond, that's when you get guidance, and that's when these things you just receive random insights, or you receive random messages, or suddenly somebody is going to text you, or you get another paycheck from God knows where it comes from, because it doesn't matter how you do it. What is more important is that you feel that it's going to be okay, and you feel that you deserve certain things in your life, and you stay true to yourself. And I know that this is a very hard thing, especially when bills are piling up and when you are in a situation where you really feel stuck. But then just sit with it and just accept that you are stuck, or accept that this is a crossover moment and a transformative moment in which you need to stay true in burning old bridges, and moreover stay true to yourself and crossing new bridges, because that's where we're headed, and that's the only truth. And I just know it with every cell in my body, and I hope you will soon see that this is as well relevant for you as well. Wishing you a lovely day. Thank you for watching.